Bismillah. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video in the Security Architect series. This is a new series, and in today's video, we'll be covering cloud and IoT security architecture. My name is Assam Abdel Maula, working as IIOT Cybersecurity Associate Delivery Manager. The content for this video is security context, and we will go for the security reference architecture for this topic. So initially, we will understand what are the tiers for the IoT, because currently the benefits of IoT solutions heavily relies on a cloud backend service. So this is the cloud backend, this is the cloud, and this is the business tier, and this is the edge tier. So if you can go to the edge tier, which is where the data is sampled and collected by the instrumented device or smart product. The edge tier is usually comprised of smart product and the gateway that interact with the platform tier to collect and prepare data for its transformation. So there is integration or API calls or API integration in this tier, which is a cloud platform tier. On the cloud platform tier, we have we are doing storage, analyzing the data, and it is based on a service-oriented platform that service enterprise tier by streaming and filtering the operational data in a real time, on a real-time basis for both long-term data storage and the business analytics. We will, while we are going to the different slides, we will understand what are the components, are inside each tiers, and how we can securely do a security for each one of them. And the third tier, which is the business tier. Business tier is represent the application and service that are enabled by platform tier, which is delivering rich intelligence business data to the operators, to the customers, to the enterprise, to the engineers, vendors, or business itself. So it is visualizing or simulating models and visualizing the platform and enterprise tier interface with the business financial systems, enterprise risk management or supply chain modeling tools. It is this tier. This is the interact with the users. So the point that on security, as a security architect or as IoT, there is since it is opening parallel opportunities or reach opportunities. However, it is associated with new risk as well. So the challenges in during the design is related to digital identity with billions of smart devices forecasted in the IoT. Identity management become extremely difficult. IoT range from critical device that required mutable identity and strong authentication mechanism to constrained device with limited authentication capabilities. The other challenges is related to communication protocol diversity, because the IoT has introduced many new communication protocols and connectivity options, most of which are not built with a security limits. Let me just change the pointer. The third challenge is the software patching. Software patching, keeping the device up to date with the latest security update is an or it is essential part for a security but high availability expectation coupled with potential safety impact mean that the remotely resetting devices to apply patch is simply not possible in many circumstances. And many IoT devices are not designed to be patched anywhere. This is the third challenge. The fourth challenge is related to device cost restrictions. So, because many IoT markets are extremely price competitive, meaning that the bill of quantity or the bill of material costs are kept to a minimum, meaning that the low-cost components are fitted, leaving many devices with insufficient hardware resources available for basic security functionality. The last one is the regulatory uncertainty. The Internet of Things is creating a bridge between previously disconnected domains or isolated domains, significantly boarding with other domain, which is traditional. The regulation is not, or traditional regulation not covering. So this is some sort of challenges. So in this case, we suppose in all of the tiers, IoT or IIoT and the cloud, we suppose, or it is essentially to have a security strategy in place that compresses all technical layers of the IoT implementation, including the cloud security, assets, or the data, or the middleware in between, or the gateway on the bridge, and vice versa as well. So going to the next content, which is the security reference architecture, and we will take a long time explaining this one in details, but in a different videos to make the videos short as much as we can. So starting with a simplified view, as we mentioned that there is three tiers. One is edge tier, and the second one is the cloud platform tier, and the third is the business tier. The business tier where that the employees, IIoT service provider, customers, contractors is connected to the business layer, because this is the enterprise layers doing the simulation, doing modeling, doing financial component. A lot of things is being here in this layer. And there is two tiers in between, another two tiers. One is the cloud tier, and there is a gateway or interaction between the IoT. So this is a cloud tier, and in between there is, we supposed to have a secure communication, is including data encryption in transient, data and device authentication, data integrity. And the gateway for the edge tier, there is, we can it can has three layers as well. One is high-end edge constraints, ultra constraints, IoT devices. And from the gateway, we're supposed to assure device identity tokens, IoT device monitoring and management, single software patch, encrypted communication, and tokenized communications as well. Going deeper to another layer, which is governed security reference architecture. Here is the governance and risk management and security strategies. So in the cloud tier, and this is the business tier, which it has digital customers, channels, market resources, product, which is the digital business services, and supply chain, which is connected to the users, endpoints, and interface, employees, contractors, and extra as well. So the point on the cloud tier, we have multiple components on the cloud tier. The cloud access security brokers, which is content multiple thing in this broker visualization security, network and endpoint security, application security, digital identity, as well as data privacy and protection and cyber defense. And the middle, there is a network connectivity integration between both tier, between the cloud and the IoT. And here there is data encryption in transient, as we mentioned on the previous slide, data device authentication and data integrity. In this tier, there is also multiple components in this IoT tier, which is a physical security, network and endpoint security, application and software security, digital identity, data privacy and protection, and cyber defense. All of this component, we will go through them one by one just to increase our understanding for each one. So if we go to the next slide, we will in cloud IoT security reference architecture. Uh, According to the previous one, if we just dig one more step, we will in this cloud broker we have multiple, which is a cloud access security broker, and then cloud security service catalog provision and integration as well. And this in this one, as we mentioned in the previous one as well, that inside the virtualization security, we will understand the physical security, host storage integrity, virtualization configuration management, virtualization platform monitoring, um, host machine hypervisory security, and on the another broker, which is network and endpoint security, the firewall and network security, operating system hardening, operating system and file integrity, patch management, IDS or IPS, and service endpoint malware. On the application security, we will go through a little bit about SDLC security and dev security ops, security testing, API security, microservice security, containers, application firewall, runtime application, self-protection, application security monitoring. And in the digital identity, we will go through as well identity management, directory service, access management, and SSO, identity integration, and IoT. So there is too many components. We will go through them during the explanation for the cloud security. Data privacy and protection as well. Data discovery and classification, data access controls, eradication or data masking, data anonymization, data encryption and encryption at rest and at transient as well, and certificate and key management, data loss prevention or DLP, data access auditing, and on the cyber defense broker, vulnerability management, threat intelligence, threat prevention, security incident, active defense, and threat hunting and operating model. And this is the connectivity in between, which is network connectivity integration, as the previous as well, data encryption and transient, authentication, and data integrity. On the last tier or the first tier, which is related IoT tier, there is multiple component as well, the physical security, perimeter protection, physical intrusion detection, device tracking, tampering prevention and detection. Network endpoint security is the component for the host, next firewall, next generation firewall, or firewall memory, or cryptography, secure boot, application security as well, which is relevant to IoT devices, sign app software, secure FOTA, secure development tools, SDLC security as well as a cycle. Then sandboxing, API security, and data identity, unique device identifier, edge identity integration, edge identity management, data privacy and protection as well, and the cyber defense, which is logging, security monitoring, and security management. Yes, through the next videos, I will go through each component of those on the on cloud security as well as in IoT to understand how the architecture is happening and how they are the component. Thank you for watching. Um, if you'd like to see more details, please go through the YouTube channel, continue watching this series, and check out the video on the descriptions, which the channel has another different series related to the offensive security, specialized in ICS, OT, cybersecurity as well, and the bug bounty. Also, make sure to hit the, yeah, please make sure to hit the subscribe and share button so the video reach a wider audience. Thank you and see you in the next video.